Hello everyone, welcome back. ANMRA is here in Atlanta for round 2 of the 2024 championship. It is our first visit to both this city and track, the historic city and track, might I add, and what an occasion this is going to be. The new configuration here around one of the most famous racing circuits in America features some 28-degree banking in the corners, which is going to allow them drivers to take them flat out right on edge, and it's going to bring us some high action, high stakes racing. It's anyone's guess as to what is going to happen out there. So we won't hang around too much. We'll get to the grid in a moment, but we have 98 laps ahead of us today around this circuit. It's under 30-second lap time, so any green flag stops would put you a lap down. But if we reach lap 50 without a caution, when we reach lap 50, if there is not a caution between lap 35 and lap 50, then a stage caution will be thrown. Some weird rules, but it is to prevent some chaos from happening with the circuit. Anyways, enough blabbering. There's a lot we could talk about here, from how it's the home of Coca-Cola to a whole lot more, but you're not here for that. You're not here for a history lesson. You're not here to hear me waffle. You're here to see some racing. So, let's get to the grids then for today's race then. So, on pole, Ratko Betez. Interesting one last time out in Daytona. Showed some really good pace, but didn't get that result he wanted. I think he's going to be looking to strike back here today in what is looking like quite a fast team, that Back Row Racing Ford. Alongside him, Michael Teller, one of the fastest cars from Daytona, continuing his good Superspeedway form over. Didn't get the best result, but we'll be looking to get that win here. William Starman, another driver, really good Superspeedway pedigree recently. Great form. Decent-ish result. It could have been a lot better, but of course he was involved in that accident. He lines up third. And alongside him is the other back row racing car of Johnny Carpentier Panizzi. As mentioned, it's looking like a good weekend for them. Bit of a surprise now in 5th place, Carl Sherman. Not sure many people anticipated that. He's alongside Kenneth Robinson, another safety car in the top 6. Mitch Johnson will line up in 7th, alongside Andrew Mondragon, the Daytona 250 winner. He will line up in 8th. It's Martin Arison now, it's starting 9th, alongside Tyler Jordan. New colours and a new ride as he moves to Venturia Racing from Monster Dick Speed. He's in the 74, replacing Adrian Fraser. He starts 10th. Franco Espinozola, really good run, narrowly missed out. He will line up in 11th. Joseph Clark, encouraging qualifying and good signs for that 17 team as he will start in 12th. Sonia Nevermind had a mixed bag in Daytona. She moves here, starting in 13th place. She's alongside Kurt Weiss, who had an absolute torrid time at Daytona involving a big accident. He'll be lining up in 14th and looking to improve on that. Joe Dolinsky is 15th. Would have expected him higher up the grid, but Venturia obviously not entirely on it this race. He will line up in 15th place. Noah Cataneo is 16th alongside him. In 17th, Brandon Reeves in the 92 Toyota. He is alongside Javier Talavera in that 41, right behind his teammate. In 19th, it is that replacement driver, Benjamin Martinez, who did not have a great debut in Daytona, caused a lot of accident and trouble. He will be starting 19th, as mentioned, and Alec Vescovy rounds out the top 20, another Toyota. So we move down to the rest of the grid now. I'll pass on to my colleague, Tom.
Yes, in 21st spot, number 81, Keith McHugh. Not a particularly good qualifying for him here. He lines up alongside Carl Ellison in 22nd. 23rd, Ava Valiak. Not a good qualifying at all for Valiak. Lining up super far back, and Logan Wilkie will join her on that row. Then Tyler Novak Jr. in 25th alongside Johan Stromstad. Then it's Marcus Monreal, a really bad qualifying from Monreal as well. So we've got some big cars near the back. That's alongside the 48 of Megami Alauskiana. Bobby Elliott Jr. lining up 29th alongside Kenny Dixon. And then Camilla Lindberg and Austin Rhodes alongside each other in 31st and 32nd. Eric Lehrmann in that Arcadia Köpenick Motorsports car, number 16 this race instead of the 14, lines up 33rd and 34th. Adrian Fraser now in that number 35. He rounds out the grid.
Well then, another 34 car grid then today. Bit of a mixed bag. You've got the Venturias, not a good qualifying for them after some really good showing in Daytona. Is there anyone you would put as a pick to win today? What do you have to say?
I think Michael Teller would be a strong shout.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely knows what he's doing out there. Was a bit unlucky in Daytona, but no, we'll see. We'll see Michael Teller, I hope, running at the front today.
Definitely. My personal pick will be William Starman. He showed really good pace in the duels, good pace with a damaged car in the Daytona main 250 race. I think he could be bouncing back to finally get a win here. But we don't have long now. So they're coming around turn 3 and 4, the pace car down pit road. We have 98 laps ahead of us. It's the Atlanta 150. Ratko Betters leads them to the restart zone. And we're green flag in Atlanta. And it's a brilliant launch from Betters and from William Starman. They've completely jumped the field right off the bat. Brilliant launch from them.
Yeah, great stuff from Betters and great stuff from Starman as well. Teller now being swallowed up by the pack there. But yeah, Starman now going for the lead against Ratko Betters. Carpentier Panizzi following his teammate. As we go into 3 and 4 with Starman trying to take the lead and will take the lead away, I think, from Ratko Betters.
Can he hold on though? Betters is going to have a run off the high side as they come back down towards the line. Who's going to be the one to lead lap 1? I can't tell you. It was Ratko Betters by a nail. As we've got Martin Harrison down low. What is he doing? Is it working? I don't know. They can go below the line here. That is a rule that is allowed. Mainly because they don't think it will gain them too much time by doing so. But he's being very aggressive down low. He can't seem to get back on the track into a position that he wants to be in. But he looks to have survived so far. Ooh, early days.
Survived, but has it really worked? Not sure. It's their 3 wide now for the lead. Teller's pulled his way back up and now drops off from the back.
Car in the wall further back.
William Starman. Yes, indeed. Didn't quite see who it was, but yeah, cars up in the wall.
I think it was Joseph Clark, who has fallen off quite a lot since his good qualifying, and he's sort of done over the cars at the back of the field as well. Anyways, across the line, I think that's another lap led for Ratko Betters. Yes, it is. Well, it's a good start then for the top 2, who got very good launches. Alec Vescovy up in the wall further back as well. They're all struggling to run that higher line. There's a big reward if you can pull it off, but they're unsure really how to do that here. They're all still going to keep trying it.
Some of them really trying and failing, but we've still got a few of them at the front managing to make it work on that low side, and William Starman is one of them trying to fight for the lead still with Ratko Betters.
Michael Teller having a look to his inside to make it 3 wide for the lead. Can he get the move this time, or is he going to have to back out again? He looks like he's had to back out again, and Starman is going to try and come low to get that track position. But once again, they just can't clear Ratko Betters, who seems to have a mighty fast race car up on that high side. Oh, we've got some action. Kenneth Robinson pulls out of line, and he's jumped in front of Michael Teller now. Can he do a better job than the young Brit? I'm not sure, but Teller's trying to get a move done. They're all trying to stick in line, but also trying to get a move done. It's early days. Oh, Mitch Johnson forcing his way down low and forcing Tyler Jordan up the track a bit. Risky, and it's not paid off. Those, they're all trying to get below the apron, but they're really not gaining anything by doing it. But as I said, it's still early days. Looks like the leaders are quite content to just stick in formation for now. Well, one man who isn't is our winner from last time out. Andrew Mondragon, who's trying to get to the inside but can't make it stick and has to back out slightly. It's Kenneth Robinson who's trying to fight his way back through the field after losing some time. So is Michael Teller. So nearly 4 wide for a second there. We are 4 wide actually for a little brief moment. As Martin Harrison really loses it up top. And that's going to invite Andrew Mondragon in on the inside as Javier Talavera is completely off the road and is losing a lot of time by doing so. So we're forward. He's narrowly going to get himself back in the track, but he's going to have lost a huge amount of time by doing so, it looks like. Early days. Same thing in Daytona. We tell them to take it easy, and they're not. But, oh, got another car up in the wall. It's Kenny Dixon.
Managing to make it somewhat work though. There is Kenny Dixon, or is it? Can't tell.
Dixon was the one up in the wall.
Yeah, Teller up on that high side now. He's been shuffled up. They're being shuffled back down the pack. But a car that is...
Oh, new leader.
Oh, hello.
Carpentier Panizzi to the lead, and Kurt Weiss. Where's he come from?
Where's he come from?
What a start he's had to this race. Well, William Starman now to the lead. It's either going to be Weiss or Starman who's going to lead at the line, and I think that pretty much confirms it's going to be Starman to get that extra 5 bonus points for leading a lap. Every point matters here, especially in the fight to get in that top 12 for the chase. Zlatko Better's immediately fighting back through after being shuffled back. He's not hanging around.
Good run here from Radko Betez on this inside line with Martin Arison as well. Betez running back up to the front. Kurt Weiss still running fairly well on that high side, but here comes Sonia Nevermind to shuffle him back a little bit further as Betez now gets to the lead, but Starman will lead the lap by 0.00 there with a lovely close gap there as they shuffle back and forth between lanes as Arison now goes for the lead into 3 and 4 and might just have it across the line. No, Betez with the run.
It's going to be a close one. Betez is just going to get that. I think Betez is a strong contender for that most laps led extra 5 points today at the moment.
Most certainly. He's been running very well at the start of this race, but I think we're seeing that a few cars can also run at the front. Arison now is one of them.
Espinazola up in the wall. I think that's his second venture up there.
Yep.
He's getting well acquainted with the paint here. It's Kurt Weiss. Dips down low. Can he get a good run? He's going to try and get Starman. He's going to try and make it 3 wide for the lead. He's got a long side, but I don't think he can hang it in there. No, he can't hang it in there. It was a risky move, and it's not paid off. Another risky move is Sonia Nevermind. That's Keith McHugh up in the wall further back. They're all trying to run that paint. Once you get high, if you can just run that fence and just slingshot out the corner, you get such a good run. But there's so much risk that comes with doing that. Hopefully none of these guys have bad damage from their little escapades, but we'll see. Joe Dolinsky, what has happened to him? He's really fallen back.
Yeah, running quite far back is that number 12. Just kind of swallowed up by the mid-pack and hasn't been able to make any progress really. But
it's not been a good start to the season for him. A rough Jules, a rough Daytona 250, and now what's looking like a rough Atlanta 150. He's going to need some bounce back once they get to the speedways and such. Of course, we've got Darlington after this race. Another race where we're going to see a lot of cars attempting to run the fence, I think. And another race where I think we're going to see a lot of them put it in the fence doing so. But
certainly.
We're 16 laps in so far. No caution. They seem to have calmed down a little bit, thankfully.
Look at this low side. How many cars are running the low line through here? But
the low line, I definitely think, is slightly... I don't know. I think the middle groove is the quickest groove at the moment here.
Up in the wall there is Tyler Jordan.
Ooh, he's holding people up. So they're all trying to find a way through on him. Ava Valyak drops down towards the apron a bit there. Oh, she's massively come up there.
Valyak's made it work past Keith McHugh. Great stuff from Ava Valyak trying to fight back from a lowly grid position.
Where is she up to? She's up into the top 20 now. It's a good comeback drive from her so far.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
Starting to make progress, but Betez once again leads.
I think we've got a clear big 6 this race, I would say. Maybe a big 7 if you want to count Michael Teller. Maybe a big five. Kurt Weiss and Teller seem to have dropped off a bit. But the top five, I think, have been the top five for most of the race. There hasn't been much shuffling for them. These guys seem to have quick cars, and they're able to hang up front for most of the race.
Most
Vakabetes got very close to the wall there. Whew.
He's a risk taker, and he wanted to try and make it work, but I think maybe the slingshot was a bit neutralised by the fact that William Starman was right up in front of him. But Johnny Carpentier-Panizzi now trying for the lead. He's not quite going to get it. And now the two built for tough back row racing cars running line astern to try and get ahead of William Starman. Ooh, big cut there from Sonia Nevermind moving to the top of the track, but doesn't seem to have worked out as Kurt Weiss. You said he was dropping back a bit. Has now come back on this low side with Marcus Arison. Indeed.
He had an absolutely torrid week in both the Daytona duel, the Daytona main race, in everything. Ooh, that was really close between Cataneo and Nevermind. But back to Weiss. He had such a torrid time. Is he getting a bit of a bounce back here? A much needed bounce back, might I add, for such a good driver.
So yeah, we were lacking that magic from Kurt Weiss. He had incidents. He had some poor showings in qualifying and all that, but now he's running right to the front, looking to maybe go to the lead here. Look at him go to the top line, trying to make it work. Not quite able to get past Carpentier-Panizzi, but can he defend from Sonia Nevermind here?
He's trying.
To wait and see.
I think we jinked Ratko Betters saying that there was a sort of a big five, as he's immediately started to drop off on that high side. I say that. Maybe I should just stop speaking about him, because he immediately slingshots his way nearly clear of Noah Cataneo. Have we got anyone dropping off? No, they're all still in one largish group aside from... Javier Talavera must have got some damage up at the wall, I think. That car's not looking too quick. No one out of this race yet, I believe. Yes, everyone's still running. No reliability concerns.
Everyone's still in one pack as well. Like, even Adrian Fraser in that 35 is clinging to the back, so we're still running in a big pack in and around 3 seconds between each other.
It's a much different kind of racing compared to Daytona, as we see Sonia Nevermind try to make a move for the lead here. Whereas at Daytona, you've got some scary pack racing. Here it's a bit more spread out. They're still basically flat out every corner, but it's a different kind of racing, as William Starman doesn't like hanging around in second. Sonia Nevermind, I think, is going to get her first lap led of the race as Starman goes down on the apron. What a move!
Starman makes it work, but has he got the exit?
He has.
Yeah, he has. He's got the lead.
What
Great
a move!
stuff from William Starman. Here comes Marcus Arison on his teammate. But William Starman, yeah, clear of the field. That was a great move.
Harrison's going to get himself
the
into
24.
Yeah. Nevermind, had a rough lap, first to third. So once again, all running. Oh, someone's up in the fence. Brandon Reeves, keep a hang of it, just about. Ooh, his teammate is completely off track.
Using the apron there and nearly making it work, I think. No, just going to lose loads of speed. Trying to rejoin. As we watch here. Cars trying to make their way through. Ava Volyak is actually really right on the cusp of the top 10.
Whew.
Really making a brilliant recovery is that number 2 Venturia car, as we are 3 wide for the lead, I believe. Andrew Mondragon now looking to make it 3 wide, but drops off in the end, and now it's just Arison versus Carpentier-Panizzi. Arison is the one to lead across the line in that 27.
These cars are always so close when they come to the line. I think we could be in a good finish here, as there's a big name up in the wall. Mitch Johnson. Contact, and he's cold.
That was so close with Tyler Jordan. Whether he had to get on the race, I don't know, but that was so close to our first instant of the race there. Great driving from both, as Tyler Jordan now ain't gonna waste any time in getting past that 99, and might even go past Kurt Weiss as well. Oh my word. Code Brown moment as the
Oh, and he's
99
back
back
up
up in
in the
the wall.
wall. Disastrous couple of laps for Mitch Johnson from fighting in the top 10. Suddenly, I believe that has put him
Out the
down
top 20, I think.
in about 24th, 25th.
Disastrous
Ouch.
stuff.
In fact, it might even be
Disastrous.
further down than that now. Let's have a look. 26th.
26.
Bad couple of laps, and that could be his race ruined because that's going to have some pretty major aero effects, I think, rubbing the wall that much.
We'll have to
Disaster
see.
for Quinton Wells Racing and Mitch Johnson.
We're coming up to that kind of like pivotal caution kind of bit. If we don't get a caution, like obviously I think it was 35 to 50, did you say?
Yes, lap 35 to
So
50 is the caution window. As long as we
so
get
if
a
we don't,
caution here, they can make the end. Because the officials don't want green flag stops here because they are somewhat worried as there's another car in the wall. Marcus Monreal. Oh dear. I said, you see how close they have to run it to the wall. And sometimes it works. And other times,
if you can make it work, it'll be beautiful. But if you don't make it work, it can cost you your entire race, as we saw with Mitch Johnson.
one driver who has made it work today is Ava Volyak. We keep mentioning as William
Fantastic.
Starman's up in the wall. Can he get out of it? He seems to have actually recovered quite well from that. That could have been a lot worse. The issue is, once you put it in that wall once, you're going to lose just a little bit of aero. And then every time you go to run the fence since then, you're just going to have that little bit less aero. You've got more chance of hitting it.
So that's probably what happens with Mitch Johnson. He just went up to try and run the fence, make a slight adjustment, and it put him back up in the fence because of that little bit of damage. But Starman really running close to that fence, and that's how you can make it work.
Look
Fortunately,
at
he's
the
a bit
run.
boxed into the pack, but he got a great run on Marcus Harrison.
The dangers of free
Noah
wide here.
Cataneo
Cataneo's on
a
a
good
good run.
run on the low side.
Yeah, I'm starting
Here
to
he
see a
comes.
trend here. If you want a fast car, I think you need to paint it red. Look at that top five. Poor Starman
yeah.
right up against the wall again. He has not learned since it. That has to be about the 10th time we've seen Franco Nazario Espinazola up in the wall today.
Oh, for sure. Well, he's been up there a lot of times. There's probably a lot more paint. I would say it would be yellow paint, but there's no number on the other side of that car, so all the tape that was on there has probably all been scraped off and it's been left along the wall. But yeah, Espinazola not having a particularly good race.
Ooh, Tyler Jordan, the next car to put some paint on the wall. Feels like every lap now. We started off well, but every lap someone is just rubbing that wall as a bit of a risky look.
Could be just the tyres dropping off a little bit. Trying to run the same lines and the tyres just aren't giving the same amount of grip as we see Kenny Dixon, I believe. Trying to make that move on the low side of Carl Sherman.
No, he's not got it on the inside. So the outside line's very quick. There's not much grip on the inside here, is what we're hearing. But the outside has a lot of grip. So while the inside is less distance, you will have to lift off if you're side by side. Well, or if you're 3 wide, I think they have to lift off. But I don't think they have to if they're 2 wide. As Martin Arison looks to get that lead, and I think he's done it. Well, Starman definitely hasn't been affected by his run-in with the wall, as there's another Sage car in the wall, Kenneth Robinson, who I don't think we've even mentioned this race, but he's quietly just going about his business. Or was until then.
Yeah, going about his business. His only publicity this race has been being up in that wall, but no, we'll probably see a bit more of him later on in this race as he comes into it a bit more. There's a bit of contact with the wall there for Bobby Elliott, I think, in the tri-oval. There's Alaus Guiana is riding that wall.
I think these walls are going to be changing colour by the end of this race. As the
Well,
red
they've got some
trio...
red and some blue on them, so
as the red trio has sort of broken away for a little bit. It's Martin Arison that's going to lead. That's 39. I think everyone was kind of taking it easy to rather have the stage caution than the actual caution. I think I know what I would prefer, but I don't think we speak for the drivers on this one. Oh, I think that
No,
must be Javier Talavera, who's gone up in the wall again. Lost a lot of time.
yeah. Looks like that car's got a bit of damage on it. Talavera has not been particularly quick most of this race. Had a couple of wall hits earlier, and now is just trailing at the back of the pack. But someone who isn't trailing is Marcus Harrison. Everyone's actually trailing behind him as he
Oh,
leads
Rakobetis
this
up in the
race
wall.
by, yeah, leads this race by a comfortable margin. As Bettes, as you say, was in the wall there. Led a lot of laps early, but now has kind of faded into the lower bits of the top 10 and might even be outside of the top 10 at the end of this lap with that
Did he push
hit
too
with the
hard
wall in
too
the ears.
early on?
Could
Well,
be.
I think they're all pushing pretty hard right now. They never take it easy in this series. Every lap led means something, it seems. Although, if we're speaking from Daytona, they definitely pushed a little bit too hard in that one. Big accident right at the start of that race, and we lost quite a few cars from that. Made the race definitely interesting. We didn't have a caution after that for the entire rest of the race. It definitely came close a couple times, but they were
Exactly.
quite clean at Daytona, and they've been, in terms of actual side-to-side racing, quite clean. We had a very close moment, of course, between Tyler Jordan and who was it that Tyler Jordan nearly? Oh, I can't remember. Tyler Jordan had a very close moment. But aside from that, it's about all we've really had in terms of accidents.
Yeah,
Really.
we haven't had a particularly aggressive race. Well, the drivers have been running aggressively, but they haven't been aggressive to the point of causing a wreck as of yet. So, seeing nice, clean racing as we approach that lap 50, that could see the stage caution, and that will surely see all the cars come down pit road as Marcus Harrison is controlling this race now.
I think he's the one driver that doesn't want to see that stage caution at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. He's running really well. His car's really dialed in, and he's look at the run he's getting as well. That's incredible. Mondragon tries to push him up the track, and Harrison, sorry, just goes, all right. I'll happily go up the track and get a beautiful run off of 1 and 2. Beautiful stuff from Harrison as he leads
I think
this race.
there's definitely 4 cars I would say who look like the 4 fastest cars, and that's Starman, Mondragon, Harrison, and Carpentier Panizzi. They look just a little bit faster than everyone else out there. I will say all those QWR Toyotas are looking on it here. I know Mitch Johnson's unfortunately faded through his own errors, but the other 3 cars, all of them up in the top 10, and realistically all fighting for the win here. Could be
Oh
a
yeah,
big day
that
for them. They're the only
could be.
manufacturer out of the... Of course, we've had 2 races, albeit 1 non-championship. And it's them and Dodge, who have not won a race yet. Have they even got a top 2 yet in terms of like an actual race? I'm not sure. Oh no, sorry, Dodge have won a race. What am I thinking? It's Ford. Ford haven't. Toyota and Ford. I think we'll be seeing a Ford win pretty soon though.
I mean, they've got 2 definitely very quick cars in Carpentier Pinizzi and Raco Betez in back row racing.
Is
But
that
yeah,
really
I
it?
think
Yeah. I thought there
yeah.
was much faster Fords, but now that you're saying
I
it,
mean, there is also the brown cars, but we'll see. We'll see what Ford can do with those cars. But Toyota's definitely looking like a strong outfit today with QWR, as now William Starman looks to
ooh,
Ava Valyak up in the wall. Ooh, they managed to just avoid her. Ooh, close with Kurt Weiss there.
it's definitely a bit of a... I think if we get an incident, we could be in trouble. I think an incident here is going to take a lot of the field with them. But,
Yeah, 1 lap until that stage caution if we do get it.
yes, ooh, sorry, 1 second. There we go. So it'll be thrown after that. So it won't be thrown this lap. It will be, the caution will be out next lap, and then it'll be a race back to the line.
Never mind now, Leeds. So the one Toyota relinquishes the lead and the other one takes it over. As we will
Well,
now see that caution, I believe, or is it the end of this lap?
there you go. Caution has been thrown. It's going to be between Starman and Nevermind to the line as Harrison tries to get in.
Comes out Harrison as well. Ooh.
Who got it?
Nevermind.
Nevermind by a fingertip.
Imagine if that was the race finish. That was
Oh.
absolutely incredible. 3 wide across the line. Nevermind just leads across the line there.
Well,
From Starman and from Harrison. Great stuff. But we are now on
51
the
laps
caution.
in. No
Yeah,
incident.
straight away down pit road. All of them will come down pit road now.
Could
Chance
this
for
be
some cars
something
to maybe
big for Javier Talavera and Mitch Johnson to get some
Dolinsky.
damage fixed on their cars?
Joe Dolinsky could also be a shout as well. Yeah, could be a big chance for some cars to fix damage.
Well, let's see then as we come down. We will get a good view of the pit lane in a second. Here we go. So the pace car is just doing its own thing. Here we go then. Entire field down pit road. Who's going to benefit the most? So Kenny Dixon right down the far end of the pit lane. Everyone else is down this end of pit road. Let's in fact watch Michael Teller, I would say. So in comes Starman, in comes Teller. Ratka Bettes is that final pit stop. Here comes Sonia Nevermind. It's a really good stop from Nevermind and comfortably leads off pit road. Teller will be second. Starman narrowly third. Kenny Dixon up to fourth. Gataneo fifth. Harrison's not had a good one. Really mixed up the order there. I wonder if some of them only took 2 tyres or less fuel, or I don't know. That felt very mixed on that front. Anyways, back up to the front. Sonia Nevermind. There's a much bigger gap than she did at the finish. And let's go have a look at that finish again, shall we? It's the first time in ANMRA that we're using stages, but we will not be giving out stage points. This is merely a track-specific thing. Let's have a look at it. The helicopter camera had a shot so as they came out of turn 4, coming up to the line. I think that's nearly a dead heat. You can just see Sonia Nevermind ahead. Look at that. That was one hell of a finish for this stage. I don't think we're going to see a closer finish all season. And that wasn't even for the race finish. Anyways then, so Sonia Nevermind leads the field under caution here. In fact, it is a Toyota 1-2, a QWR 1-2. Let me correct myself. They're all running pretty well here. And I think QWR are probably the best shots for a win today. They just seem to have so much more than everyone else here. I mean, top 2 QWR. And Martin Harrison down in 6th, who I believe has led the most laps so far today.
I'd say so. He's definitely run at the front for a lot of this race. Had quite a few laps led in the tail end of that stage, but now it's his 2 teammates who are at the front.
Definitely our 2 race winner picks. You went for Teller, I believe.
I did.
And I went for Starman. For once, I think we're actually looking like we've got a good shout of getting the right call here.
I mean, there's still another 40 laps to go. There's always a chance that this could all unravel, but they're both running at the front. They're both in with a relatively good shout, but I'd say watch out for some of those Venturias. Andrew Mondragon,
definitely.
Ava Valiak, both quick cars. We'll see what they can do. Tyler Novak is a bit of a surprise to be up here. This is Austin Rhodes. But Austin Rhodes, as we know from Daytona, just kind of finds a way
to get up the front. Whereas
to
Tyler
get up.
Novak Jr., have we actually had the camera even on him this race? And now he's
No,
just
to
found
be fair.
himself in... Surely he must have either not taken tyres or taken a 2-tyre stop. Oh, here we go. Sorry. We're going green. That was a lot quicker than I thought it was. Well,
Going for me.
so pace car
Not
down
bad.
pit road.
Yeah, well, Novak's come to the front, so we'll have to see whether he drops back or not. But here we are then. The two QWRs will lead us to the restart zone.
All right, Sonia Nevermind controlling the pace now. Well, can she get a restart like Bethes and Starman did at the actual start? Here we go then, towards the restart zone. Green flags out, and it's not that start that Nevermind wanted. It's a brilliant launch from Michael Teller, who is straight to the lead and is going to be able to cover that lead off. So Michael Teller now leads at Atlanta. Sonia Nevermind, though, manages to hold on to second, and so does Starman in third. It's looking like a good run from the inside line on this restart, as they're looking to already go 3 wide behind Teller. It's getting close. Starman to the inside. No, can't get to the inside of Nevermind, but Cataneo can get to the inside of Starman. Noah Cataneo looking to try and move up into the fight for the win. I don't think he's led a lap yet. He's been around the top 10 most of the race. This is his best run so far. That pit cycle has really helped him. Everyone's staying out the wall on the high side at the moment. That's crucial, as the two Toyotas now fighting for the lead at this restart. All of them want the track position early on, as there's another Toyota looking to make ground. Martin Harrison to the inside, but he can't make it stick, and he's lost a lot of time. There's Cataneo and Starman. It's Toyota, Chevy. Oh, and then it's Ford, Toyota. Harrison breaking the streak. But anyways, here we go. Nevermind to the inside of Teller. I think she's going to get this place. Here we go. Nevermind's through to the lead. Great move. So Nevermind now leads the Atlanta 150. But look at Noah Cataneo. What a run he had down that back straight. He's got himself right up in the fight. And there's Kenny Dixon as well. So Noah Cataneo is going to move to the inside. Can he get properly to the inside of Nevermind? Yes, he can. Is he going to stay alongside up to the corner? Yes, he is. And Noah Cataneo moves into the lead at the Atlanta 150.
Great stuff. Cataneo making that work on the middle/low side, and Kenny Dixon just following him as well. But yeah, the pit cycle helped him and has now made some brilliant moves to make it up into the lead, and should lead across the line here. And yeah, he does. Got a comfortable gap there. So Noah Cataneo leads across the line as Marcus Harrison now starts to make his move. But we've got 3 wide. We've got a car up in the fence. That's Sonia Nevermind.
Oh, contact of Andrew Mondrag, and how has she not gone around there?
That was
Huge
Mondragon
moment.
speared into the pack as well. Incredible car control from both to not have a huge accident there. But
Oh,
either which way, both lost a bit of time there. Nevermind especially is dropping back now. Such a disaster from a front-running position at the restart to now just being on the coat hooks of the top 20. Oh, that's such a shame. As Tell now is the one running in second, looking to put pressure on Cataneo for the lead.
these two sort of broken away a little bit, but as we all know, if you break away, you're going to hit more and more drag, and then everyone else in your draft catches back up. But Cataneo leads another lap, but I think that's going to be the last one he leads for this streak, as here comes Michael Teller to the inside and moves himself up front. And there looks to be another Toyota that wants to follow him, his teammate Martin Harrison. Can he get a move for the lead? He's going to have a look. He's going to go for it. He sees a gap, but he can't make it stick on that inside and loses a heap of time and has invited Noah Cataneo back into this fight. Cataneo using that high side, running off the fence. Good run, but it's not enough.
Rhodes.
Whoa.
Look at Austin Rhodes on the low side. I said before, he just finds a way. He made that low side nearly work to try and take third place away from both of them. But now drops back a little bit. But Austin Rhodes managed to get right up the pack in the pit cycle and is now really running quite well in that 59. As we see a fight for the lead, Harrison will lead across the line.
It's all chopping and changing. It's a chopping and changing few laps here after the restart, as everyone seems to want track position. Calm down, you've still got 30 odd laps to go. But I don't think they care. Cataneo, Arison, and Teller are putting on a proper good show in this fight for the win here.
Oh,
Starman and
absolutely.
Rhodes hanging back. Anyone else? Any big hitters? Tyler Novak still staying up in that top 10. As a comeback, I didn't notice. Out of seemingly nowhere, I think Kenneth Robinson, after being up in the wall, someone else is up in the wall, and that's Camilla Lindberg.
Miller Lindbergh.
Keeps it under control. As long as you just keep it in the fence, everyone's okay. It's as soon as you start coming down when someone's alongside you where trouble starts to brew. We haven't really seen any cars put it up in the fence at 3 and 4. It's only really 1 and 2, I think.
Yeah, no, it's only been really 1 and 2 as Cataneo now goes for the lead once again. Oh, just doesn't quite get alongside. Just right on the rear bumper of Arison. Will stick in behind for now. Could he make a move into 3 and 4 as we're nearly 3 wide for third place? But Austin Rhodes just doesn't seem to have that like grip. Maybe he did only take 2 tires because he just really doesn't have that grip once it gets to the corners.
We hadn't
They'll
really
have to
seen
run.
him all race, so it would make sense. So the further to the
So,
inside you go, the more you struggle. And you can just see that with Andrew Mondragon, where he brings it right down to the line, and then he just checks up and has to lift off. Whereas if you run the middle groove, you seem to just like look at here, almost just above that line, not on it, and Cataneo gets a much better run through the corner. Whereas
Starman did the same as well. And look at Starman, here he goes. Trying to make it 3 wide
down
for
to the
second
paint, and
place.
he's going to have to lift off there. Not to be for Starman this time by.
I think it's just been this like emphasized by the amount of laps we've done under green flag as well. The amount of rubbering in of this track. The low line probably covered in marbles and stuff as more cars run the high side, and it's starting to really kind of reduce the grip on the inside and increase the grip on the outside and the middle lanes as we see Kurt Weiss now trying to challenge Andrew Mondragon as that was Sonia Nevermind using the apron there.
She's done that multiple times today. It's an interesting tactic, and of course there is no below the line rule here at Atlanta and ANMRA, solely because they don't see much to be gained from it. But Sonia Nevermind obviously thinks there is a lot to gain from it and has kept doing this for the majority of the race.
Exactly.
Ava Volyak, no! She's had such a good run today, and just since this restart, it has just not worked out for her. And now she finds herself at the back of the pack. Disastrous running with the wall there.
And she's been up in the wall enough times that she might not even come back from that as well. So that's really unfortunate for Ava Volyak. But her teammate Andrew Mondragon currently flying the flag as Cataneo up in the wall. That's not a car you want to see up in the wall. After such a good run, but
from the fight for the lead,
close.
He now looks like he's fighting to stay in that top 10 as he gets very close with Johnny Carpentier Benizzi. Benizzi really wants to get that position, but they have actually somewhat fallen back now because of that. Have we got a lead group breaking away because of Cataneo's little escapade?
We could, but I think they'll catch back up at some point.
We'll see. We'll see. As Starman now dueling for the lead with Michael Teller. I think Teller's going to keep it here. Starman tries to hang it on the inside. Is there enough grip? There is grip, but he's not alongside enough, I don't think, to hang it in there. As we come to the tri-oval, he's hanging in. And Martin Arison, where was that run out from? Is he hanging that on the inside? No, he's not hanging that on the inside. I thought he did for a moment, you know. As the others have immediately just caught straight back up.
Exactly, yeah. It's a track that lends itself quite well, and yeah, Cataneo is caught straight back up. He's on the back of Kenny Dixon and Kenneth Robinson as well there in that number 9.
Oh, well, I have just checked. There is not long to go in this race yet. We might have a nice, clear green run to the finish. No cautions, no accidents. As Kenneth Robinson now is the next car to trade paint with the safer barrier. Anyways,
they're trying to. I think I said this in the last race as well about the likes of Johann Stromstad and Taito Salmon, and they were the kind of corks in the bottle. And I think we're seeing that again with Austin Rhodes in the other A&P car.
Ooh.
He's only on 2 tyres, I believe, and he's just struggling, but nobody can pass him at the moment. Keith McHugh's trying, but look at this defending from Austin Rhodes.
We've got a
But,
proper line forming on that inside.
oh, absolutely.
Oh, Rhodes has had a horrible run through the corner there. Is anyone going to actually take advantage of that one mistake from Austin Rhodes?
No, except for Kenneth Robinson might just
He's trying, but he's
shut
going to
them
have
up
to
the
back
track,
out
but-
here. No, he doesn't. He hangs it in there on the inside. And he's actually made it work as Bobby Elliott's the next car up in the wall. Thankfully, no one gets collected. So we go back up front now. Kenneth Robinson had to back out at some point. So he made it work for so long, and then it just didn't work. So Austin Rhodes, once again, holding on to 9th place, solely based off the fact that just no one can get past him at the moment. Alright, back to the fight for the lead though, and it's 3 wide. Well, 2 wide now. The Starman and Teller, these two are inseparable at the moment. Kurt Weiss is hanging around up here as we come towards the line to start lap 77 as Harrison sees a gap to the inside. Is he going to be able to hang it in there as he puts it down on the line? No, he's not. And that's going to be Starman and Teller straight through. Is Starman going to get to clear Teller here? Not quite. Teller gets a huge run off the corner by hanging it on the fence. Can he keep it in there as they come through the next corner? I think he can. Starman's got a good run on the inside, but it's not as good as that run that the high side will get off the corner as they head towards the line. As Harrison gets a huge run on the inside, and he might actually get the lead here. What a run! They're fully side by side. Harrison nearly, but he has to back out. He had to back out there. He nearly had it. Oh, such a close moment for Harrison, who is desperate to try and disrupt the chokehold the top 2 have at the moment, where they just seem to have locked everyone else out of the fight for the lead. It sort of just needs one of them to lose out, and then everyone else will have a shot. Harrison, once again, gets a nice run on that inside line. But he can't make it work and backs out again. As Sonia Nevermind sees a gap, and they're 4 wide now. As Vice comes down, is he okay? Ooh, it's working out. They're 4 wide still. No, they're 3 wide now. Oh my word, that was close to disaster. But Sonia Nevermind has just...
Well, Sonia Nevermind saw an opportunity to make that low line strat work, but it worked for a little bit, but committed to it for a bit too long, and it has sent her dropping back. But yeah, Marcus Harrison has been really the kind of spearhead trying to break that deadlock, and now it's Kenny Dixon who's actually been able to break that deadlock as Teller.
Yeah, Starman was
shuffled
able
up
to
the
clear
track.
Teller. Starman cleared Teller, and that has sort of broken the deadlock and invited everyone else back into the fight for the win. Can Harrison
again.
finally hold on that inside line? Looks he can, but Teller's up
Oh,
in the
he
wall.
can.
And Cataneo looks to get a sniff in, but he can't. And that was so close to contact again. It has worked for Harrison on that inside line. Finally, is he going to get to move himself into second place properly? Yes.
Has he got the run?
He hasn't got the run, though.
Still-
It's Kenny Dixon, Harrison, Teller's still somehow hanging in there after putting it up in the wall. He's up in the wall again. But
Again.
he's caught it. Fair play.
Caught it. Yeah, guy out. Nobody alongside him, and well, Teller twice up in the wall now. Harrison comes to that high side. Cataneo trying to make the low line work, but Kenneth Robinson. That's William Starman, who's currently in the lead of this race, and has been for multiple laps now. Nobody's been able to really challenge him. As here he comes.
Harrison
Mark
really
Harrison.
had an aggressive move there. It's very close. Aggressive moves are starting to come out here, as we do have a group that have just dropped off from everyone else. Whether they got held up by someone, I don't know, but there's a little gaggle of cars from 26.
The damage on the side of
Oh.
Martinez's car. That's a bit of a scrape on the other side of the car.
Let's see if
Can't
we
see
can
it
see
there.
anytime soon. Oh, yeah, there's a nasty little scrape there. Oh, dear.
Oh yeah, see it there. Big scrape there. He's been up in the wall more than once. But look at this. Look at this queue behind William Starman, who's just currently controlling this race.
As Harrison is the man making all the moves today, and he sees another opportunity to the inside of William Starman. Mondragon slid up into the fence behind. We've got someone below the apron. Are they 4 wide? Are they 3 wide? I don't know. There are cars all over the road. It's a complete mess. Mondragon's probably lost himself about 10 positions in that. As Harrison, can he finally get a move for the lead to stick as we come out of turn 4? It's a good run from Starman. To the line we go. Harrison did not lead the lap, but one man who's trying to get a lap led in is Kenny Dixon. It's not going to work. Austin Rhodes is suddenly in the fight for the win as Michael Teller's back up in the wall. Whew.
Look at this race and look at the ANP Motorsports cars. Once again, they find a way, and Johan Stromstad as well is running in the front. Now Austin Rhodes going for the lead of this race against Martin Harrison.
Surely not. We said the same thing in Daytona. Surely Austin Rhodes couldn't win a race in that machinery. And we're saying the exact same thing the next race in Atlanta. Is Austin Rhodes just performing that well in subpar machinery? Here he goes. He's got the lead of the race. To the line, Austin Rhodes is going to lead a lap in the Atlanta 150. Lap 88 of 98. It's only 10 to go.
This 2 Fords. We said it was Ford and Toyota who were yet to win races. Now it's Ford 1-2. Incredible stuff. Carpentier Penalty not that far behind as well. But Rhodes leading from Dixon. Great stuff from Austin Rhodes. Pulling that ANP Motorsports car right up to the very front and will lead another lap here as they cross the line to start lap 89.
And here comes Jaws music from Martin Harrison, who I don't think has been outside the top 10 all race. He's back in the hunt. Johnny Carpentier Panizzi, we haven't spoken about him for a while. I know you just mentioned him, but he's been a bit anonymous until the last couple laps. He's back in the fight. Kurt Weiss is there. William Starman's there. Michael Teller's there. Radko Bettes is back in the fight. Can Austin Rhodes hold off the absolute charge from the entire rest of the field as Martin Harrison has a look? He can't find a gap though. He has to sit behind and wait. Can Martin Harrison get this move done?
We'll have to see how it goes in these remaining laps. But we've got a hungry pack behind Austin Rhodes here. It'll be tough for him to hang on, but that would make it all the more impressive if he can.
He is hanging on, but here comes Harrison to the inside. Is he got the place? I think he's got the place now. Can Rhodes recover from it? I don't know, because here comes Noah Cataneo as well.
Yeah, Rhodes was looking to run that middle line, and Cataneo said, "No, thank you. I'm running that line." Forced him up the track, and now looks to take second place away from Rhodes, unless he can get the run off the corner. He has got the run off the corner. Harrison will lead again, but now Cataneo versus Rhodes continues in the battle for second place as here comes Starman back up into this front pack.
Harrison is actually using Rhodes, giving him the draft, and it's kind of screwing over Cataneo and Starman. And in fact it has. The 2 Fords are ahead. The 2 Fords are into second and third. It's going to be a really tight run to the finish on this one. Could Austin Rhodes... He narrowly, as I said, missed out in Daytona after a really great drive in subpar machinery. Surely the Cinderella story isn't going to happen here. Surely something has to stop him. But what a tale it would be if he can pull this off, as he's still hanging in that fight. Here comes Kurt Weiss and Radko Bettes joining the fight now. They just need to clear Johan Stromstad, and then they are in this fight. Stromstad is, as you said earlier, what Austin Rhodes was. The cork in the bottle that just people seem to get stuck behind. As that looks to be Kenny Dixon now out the fight for the win, maybe.
No, he's got a run. He's got a decent run. He's still up in that fight.
We'll
Carpentier
see.
is the one who
He's
wants
messed it
to.
up down, going that low, Carpentier, Benizzi. And here comes Austin Rhodes. Can he get past Martin Harrison? Probably the fastest car today against one of the slower cars in the field. And he's having a look. He can't get to the inside, though. So he got single file for basically the entire... well, not anymore. Johan Stromstad says he's seen enough. It's actually both A and B. Oh! Cars can't make the end. Kenny Dixon can't make the end on fuel. Big drama. That's going to spice this finish up a lot. Kenny Dixon can't make it. Tyler Novak can't make it. Is anyone else going to have to come down pit road?
Only those two, and I think they were the two of them that gained a lot in the pit road. Another one of them that gained a lot on pit road was Austin Rhodes. Will he make the end?
Noah Cataneo
can't make it.
Bethes can't. Lots of cars. Robinson, Teller. Can anyone make the end on fuel? Harrison leads lap 97 of 98 from Austin Rhodes. One of these two cars will win the race if they can make the end on fuel. This is the deciding moment. Does anyone have to dip down here? Neither enters pit road. They both have enough fuel. The cars behind them all have enough fuel. Everyone on track now can make the end apart from the ones that have had to dip down pit road. Here we go. Austin Rhodes is going for it. Rhodes to the inside of Martin Harrison. He's not got it. Harrison, brilliant run on the outside. What a run from the South African driver. Toyota have had a miserable season so far. A miserable duel. A miserable Daytona 250. Well, that's all changing now. Martin Harrison wins in Atlanta. Austin Rhodes is second. And it's a 1-3 for Toyota. Sonia Nevermind still stirred from William Starman at the end. What drama.
Incredible.
How many cars didn't have enough fuel? So Cataneo didn't, Bethes didn't, Teller didn't, Robinson didn't. Some cars got really done over. So the Audi car, Logan Wilkie didn't. Anyone else didn't. So Tyler Novak. So basically any car, Tyler Novak we know gained a lot of positions on pit road. He definitely underfueled that. I think Johan Stromstad barely has any fuel to get it back into the pit. But wow. What a finish. Martin Harrison is a race winner. Toyota have finally shown a bit of form this season. And have only just gone and secured a 1-3 at Atlanta. Right. Let's have a look at the result then. So Martin Harrison is your Atlanta 150 race winner. He narrowly pips Austin Rhodes, who gave it his all but just didn't have it on the inside line on that final lap. He's second. Sonia Nevermind, of course, third, with William Starman fourth. Kurt Weiss comes in fifth place. Johnny Carpentier Panizzi sixth. It's a double top 10 again for A&P Motorsport. Johan Stromstad in seventh. Alec Vescovy comes home in eighth. Brilliant work for that team. I don't think Turismo even had a car in the top 10 all race until this. Keith McHugh will come home in ninth. Megami Alesquene, who we saw up in the wall at one point early on and just didn't really see again all race, she comes home in 10th. Joe Dolinsky 11th. Mitch Johnson 12th after all his troubles. Javier Talavera 13th. Tyler Jordan 14th. Carl Sherman is 15th. Andrew Mondragon 16th. He could have been a winner today, but just got involved in so many troubles and it's an absolute disaster for him. He is 16th. Franco Nazario Espinozola 17th. Brandon Reeves 18th. Marcus Monreal is 19th. Camilla Lindberg 20th. Outside the top 20 we have Carl Ellison in 21st. Ava Valyak 22nd. Eric Lehrman 23rd. Benjamin Martinez 24th. Adrian Fraser 25th. And then the cars that did not have enough fuel and had to pit. Ratko Bethes is 26th. Michael Teller 27th. Kenneth Robinson 28th. Noah Cataneo 29th. Logan Wilkie is 30th. Kenny Dixon, who was up in the fight a lot for the win there, is in 31st. Tyler Novak Jr. is 32nd. Joseph Clark 33rd. And Bobby Elliott Jr. rounds out the order in 34th. Whew, what a race. What a race. I don't think anyone predicted that finish. We all thought they could make the end. How have they not managed to put enough fuel in the car? That's a big error from all of those teams. And them coming down pit road definitely screwed over the likes of Sonia Nevermind and William Starman, who would have been fighting Rhodes and Harrison for the win at the line. But they just lost time with cars diving down to pit road dangerously, and chaos at the end of this race. And what a race it was. But said Martin Harrison is your race winner. Neither of us got our race winner picks, did we?
No, couldn't have been further from it with Michael Teller's pick. No, we were treated to a very good race. Obviously, a big blunder with the pit stops at the end there, but definitely a deserved winner today in Martin Harrison. Drove a very, very good race, and well, Toyota have picked up their win here in Atlanta.
I said there's some big results as well for the likes of like Megami Aleskiene, Alec Vescovy getting some top 10s in there. Good recoveries from Joe Dolinsky, Mitch Johnson, Javier Talavera with damaged cars. The chaos at the end was just a gift to them. So drivers like Andrew Mondragon were up the front all race. He didn't run out of fuel, but he just faded at the end of the race and finds himself finishing in 16th. Chaos. No wrecks though. Not a single accident in this race, which I don't think anyone expected. But anyway, so Martin Harrison is your race winner. The next race will be in Darlington. It's going to be interesting to say the least. Hopefully, we might see some actual accidents happen. As we've had some very clean first few races. I'd like to see a bit of rubbing and chaos, but it's been a good start to the season so far. So anyways, Martin Harrison is your race winner, and we'll see you next time out in Darlington. Until then, thank you for watching, and goodbye.